interviewee number 2, I guess, and kind of different for me because I've seen a few of these interviews in the past, and I'm always the one that gets to go up, and I always have a pretty good time at the lake, and I'm going to miss it a lot. Unfortunately and fortunately, as some of you may have known, baseball has become pretty important to me, and on Wednesday of this coming week, which takes me all the way through the whole lake weekend, I'm going to be going to Ohio for a regional tournament, and hopefully everything goes well there, and then we'll go on to the World Series, and still throwing the ball, and had some interesting times this summer, and played against a lot of good teams, so hopefully everything will go well here in the next couple weeks.
Tell us about the rest of the year that you've been through.
Let's see. Well, way back at the beginning of senior year, I decided not to play football, and that was a tough decision, and the coach was pretty supportive about that. And it was just something that had to do with me just really coming down and concentrating on baseball and pretty much just getting my priorities in order, I guess. But and then in November, I signed my national letter of intent with Kansas, the University of Kansas, and just really liked the school and everything about it, and the coaches and all the people and the players down there. So, and then let's see, what came up next?
Singing.
14.
I tried out for the district choir, and I made that, and that score, I also made the All-State Honor Choir, which we had a really good time with that. And let's see, my quartet, Forte, we put together a lot of new songs, and we're going to be recording here in a little bit. I got a key to the city for being in the All-State Choir, which is kind of interesting. But, and then let's see, what else? We had a lot of good concerts and everything, and I had a great time this year singing in our chorale at school and everything, and I kept up a lot with that. So, and let's see.
You had a number of gigs, didn't you?
Yeah, we my quartet actually made $400-some just singing Christmas gigs and caroling in certain places and things like that, and we sang the national anthem a bunch of times, and we were pretty well known, not just school-wide, but in the whole town of St. Charles. So we had a really good time doing that. It's a great bunch of guys, and it's guys that I don't have to be talking about running sprints and athletics with all the time, I guess. So.
About the Cougars.
Yeah. Oh, we also sang at opening. We sang the national anthem at opening day of the Kane County Cougars, which is a minor league team around here, and it was kind of fun because on our last chord of the song they had fireworks and everything, and it was just, it kind of highlighted our years, our quartet, so it was pretty fun. And then that brought us up to the spring. Let's see, not much happened in the spring. Oh yeah, the baseball season.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The baseball season, that's right. Yeah, the baseball season was, I'd say, diverse maybe, kind of interesting, a lot of different feelings and emotions, and beginning of the year we just, let's see, what word would describe? Awful? Yeah, we were awful at the beginning of the year. Yeah, we just did really dumb things, and the coach it was just kind of a gut check, and the coach never really gave up on us, but he was kind of upset a lot, and we were 5-9 to start out the year, and then all of a sudden we just, everything clicked, and we rattled off 15 straight. At one point we ended up winning 26 out of 28. 26 of our last 28. We ended up 31-11 and the Class AA state champion, which was a surprise, and it was just really awesome. And took about a week and a half for it all to just sink in, and we had, I think our whole team was just in shock that whole day of the semifinal and the final game, and no one could really believe what was going on. But we had a really good time, and we worked really hard, so it was fun. And let's see, about 10 days before the championship game, sitting around the house all day, nothing really going on. I go to practice, then the phone call, and I got drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 10th round. And you know, they couldn't really give me any offers until we were done playing our spring season, so we kind of just, it was kind of like, all right, great, you know, and it was hooray, but then we're still playing baseball for the school, so it was, you know, it made me think about, you know, what my number one goal is, and it really and it, you know, forced me to concentrate even more as if there weren't enough distractions throughout the whole year. So but throughout this summer I've been playing on a travel team in the Chicagoland area with basically probably half the first All-State team from this past year, plus a few All-Staters from last year, and some potential All-Staters for next year who are going to be seniors. And we've been playing a lot of semi-pro teams, guys in their mid-20s, so forth. It'd be like playing a team with Chris on it or something, and it's just kind of, you know, it's just kind of weird for me because it's a whole different game, because they're so much more, not necessarily more aggressive, but nobody has any fears, and they're definitely not afraid of me, and that's been kind of a big thing for me, is to try not to be afraid of them, and kind of got tested with that a week or two ago. I've been throwing the ball about, you know, 90 miles an hour, and I've been throwing it about that hard since the spring, and I was in control of the game and getting ahead of guys all game, and right about the fourth inning, we get one out. Guy comes up, and I get ahead of him. It's 1-2, fastball inside, and it's just big, loud, just, you know, and I thought it hit his helmet, and he had a bloody nose, so I figured it hit his helmet, his nose. And I got in the dugout after the inning was over, and my catcher told me it didn't even hit his helmet, and that's probably how it broke his nose. It just hit his nose pretty square on. But I mean, in high school, you know, charging the mound's pretty much unheard of. But this summer in this league, wooden bats and everything, it's you know, it's really made me think about what could possibly happen and what might happen in the next few years. Down the road, if I end up in the situation that I want to put myself in, which would be playing professional baseball soon. But that just brings me to, you know, the last thing is that I've decided that I'm going to go to Kansas. I'm going to play at least 3 years there, and I'm going to get drafted again, and then I'm going to move on to professional baseball, and hopefully in 5 to 10 years be playing in the big leagues somewhere, and I don't know, then make some new goals from there. So that's pretty much the way that my boring year has gone this year, and hopefully things pick up sometime.
How about your senior solo?
Oh yeah, I sang a song at the choir concert in May called "Angels Among Us" by Alabama, and I got 6 really nice kids to sing with me, and I was backed up by our organist from church, bass player who's one of my friend's dads, and this saxophone player, what was her name again? Kim, I think? Yeah, Kim
Yeah.
Kane. She played.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, some of them might know her. I don't know. If you've heard of her, you know, she's pretty good.
Kim Keen.
She, I think that was
Kim
that
Kane.
was in Kim. Ooh, whoops, Kim Kane Erneman. That's her name. All right, she's my sister. Okay. So yeah, but so we had a really good time playing and everything, and it was really good of her to come down and help me out. So yeah, that's about it. Everybody, you know, just have a good time. Nah, it's just I'm gonna miss it a lot. I'm gonna miss everybody there. I'm gonna miss playing golf in the morning and the ski-doo. That was a good time last year, but this is the first year I've ever not gone. So right now I'm wishing I was gonna be there, and I'm gonna miss it even more when I know my family's there, and I'll be thinking about y'all when I'm in Ohio, sitting on the bench eating seeds or something. So, so have a good time, and we'll see ya.